Hello, City of Toronto representatives and guests. Thank you so much for hosting and participating in these deputations. My name is Keat Welsh, and I am here today on behalf of the Centre for Independent Living in Toronto and also the GTA Disability Coalition. The Centre for Independent Living in Toronto is an organization by and for disabled people, and I am a staff here. I am a sick and disabled queer educator, artist, and mental health counselor. I grew up in and out of hospitals, and I have lived experience of having a disability that used to be invisible but is now visible. I use a walker or a wheelchair depending on the day and my energy levels. I am passionate about how we can mitigate the compounding connection between mental health and stress and increased illness or disability. So I'm here today to talk about how the vital investment in accessible, deeply affordable housing is to our mental and physical well-being. In the past, I have personally experienced what an inaccessible home can do to one's health and mental health. I lived in Toronto for almost 20 years, and in this time, I've lived in over 10 apartments. And the co-op where I live now is the first time in my life that I've lived in an accessible home. This is the first time in my life that I am not as sick, and I can't help but think there is a connection between stable, accessible, affordable housing and the reduction of stress and overall being more well. Perhaps other things in my life are more stable now as well, but having a safe and accessible home has definitely contributed to that stability. So we know that poverty and homelessness can cause disability, and disability marginalization can contribute to poverty. It is a vicious cycle for people, and we should all care about this because we all have bodies and minds. It just takes an illness, accident, or traumatic event to become disabled. We will all become disabled in our lifetimes. Disability is a human experience, and we need to acknowledge this in our city politics and our city budget. If we plan for disability inclusion now, it will be good for the future of the city, including accessibility as a key feature when developing affordable housing needs to be imperative. Recently, new affordable housing builds have been announced, including a cooperative, but there is no mention of accessibility. Right now, the city does not have a clear way to gather statistics on the amount of accessible housing or the need, so we have to go on community stories. Please start collecting this important data. People who have access to community and accessible, affordable housing often start to thrive despite society being ableist. We can get there, we can lift people up. Homelessness is disabling. We should start investing in housing people, not policing them. The City of Toronto should reallocate money from the police to invest in deeply affordable, accessible housing. A better world is possible. Living in a co-op has certainly changed my life for the better and helped me start to thrive. I am lucky to live in cooperative housing that was built in the late 70s, early 80s, a progressive time in Toronto's history. Co-ops can be a place that provides stable, accessible, affordable housing and community. As the city approves and builds new co-ops, which I know takes time, let's also extend services to reduce social isolation. The budget currently is including money for a new senior social isolation reduction outreach program as part of the library system. It would be easy to also include people with disabilities in this initiative. So thank you so much for your time. In summary, we need to start collecting data on accessible housing, how much we have and how much we need. We need to reduce the police budget. We need to build accessible, affordable housing, including co-ops. And we need to include people with disabilities in the new social isolation reduction initiative at the library. Thank you so much.